Hi guys, Miguel here and welcome to my channel. This is the episode 2 of Race Out of Ace. This series will be my journey up the Go Battle League ladder in hopes of reaching legend rank in the future. Featured team today will be Venusaur, Sableye and Galarian Stunfisk. I have been grinding with my Sableye for months now to farm those XL candies. It's still far from being maxed out, but it's showing very promising results. Alright, let's dive into the battles. Picking up a very positive lead here with Azumarill, the opponent immediately swapped into their Alolan Marowak. So we answered with our own Sableye. Now this will be the general strategy of my team, where even though sometimes it's a favorable lead or a neutral matchup, I tend to swap in to my Sableye to get ahead of energy, or sometimes I stay in and just commit shields. Actually, this battle is my favorite among all the battles I have in this set versus Azumarill, Shiftry and their Alolan Marowak. It is a very clutch win, I must say, so be sure to check it out. So I'll be coming here with my Stunfisk and then immediately swapping to my Venusaur. Actually, what I'm doing here is catching a Leaf Blade into my Venusaur for some non-effective damage, but unfortunately my opponent is very good and he held into his own energy and throw a foul play instead. Now I will be shielding the second one, and now I stored up to 2 Frenzy Plants to pressure a shield and take out my opponent or take their second shield. So let's see what the opponent decides to do. So the opponent decides to let go of their shield, and now in comes Azumarill. So now I can use my Frenzy Plant so that I can pressure a shield from my opponent, and I'll be swapping out to my Galarian Stunfisk to catch a charge move from Azumarill. Unfortunately, we are hit by a Hydro Pump which deals a lot of damage, but we will still be able to get to our Earthquake and deal a lot of damage as well to Azumarill. Azumarill will now be taking out Galarian Stunfisk and we will go back to our Venusaur. But I was able to take out Azumarill because of the grass typing. Good game to my opponent. It was a very close fight. And now it's a Clefable lead. Now this is actually what's happening or what's common in my matchups. I will be facing a Fairy type lead and they will be immediately swapping to their safe swap Pokemon, as Charm deals resisted damage to Venusaur. So this set of battles was actually taken during the battle night. If you're just started playing Pokemon Go, you might be interested in battle night as well. Usually it's just 25 battles a day, 5 battles per set, so it will be about 5 sets a day. But during battle night it will be about 100 battles because we are allowed to have about 20 sets on that day. Personally, I was not able to finish all. I think I stopped after the 12th set because it's a lot actually. Now going back to the battle, our Venusaur uses Frenzy Plant and almost immediately takes out their Clefable. And now in comes Alolan Raichu. Now I think this battle is already over, as I still have a very healthy Galarian Stunfisk at the back. And yes, my opponent recognizes his fate and decides to back out, so GG, good game to my opponent there. Galarian Stunfisk, or what they call actually Pancake Face or Flat Face, is one of my favorite Pokemon. It was actually one of the Pokemon that I first powered up when I was going into PvP battles. In my opinion, it's a very reliable Pokemon due to being spammy and bulky at the same time. And even against fighters where it usually loses, it still has a lot of play because of the Mud Shot as the fast move. It generates a lot of energy in a short time. So it will either deal a lot of damage due to Earthquake or at least pressure a shield from them, and even bait sometimes using Rock Slide. And recently as well, due to the poison buffs, so there are a lot of poison Pokemons out there, Galarian Stunfisk has a lot of plays because Steel typing double resists poison.
Metapod.
Back to the battle, Galarian Stunfisk will now be taking out Registeel and in comes their Grand Bull. Good thing I have a lot of stored energy, so I will be one-shotting it with the Earthquake here. And the opponent decides to go back with their Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is very tanky actually, so we will be using Sludge Bomb here to deal a lot of neutral damage, but still the Mandibuzz is very healthy. I think it requires about 3 Sludge Bombs from our Venusaur. And then our Venusaur will be going down here, and we will be finishing it off with our Galarian Stunfisk. Alright, let's head to the next battle. It will be versus Vigoroth as the opponent's lead. So this is actually an okay matchup. What I usually do is just let go of the Frenzy Plant whenever I can and deny the fast moves as much as possible. So in comes the Frenzy Plant, which will deal a lot of neutral damage to Vigoroth. And then I immediately swap out to my Sableye, as Body Slam will deal double resisted damage due to the ghost typing, and to get ahead on energy to deal with whatever Pokemon is in the back. And it's actually Mew, which is very favorable, so something tells me that whatever in the back is also weak to Sableye. So we will go ahead and store a lot of energy as much as possible, as well as shielding so we can preserve the health of Sableye to whatever Pokemon is in the back. At first, I actually want to farm down Mew, but when I let go of the foul play, it was a CMP tie and it was a wild charge. So it was very unfortunate as we can just farm down once we safely shielded the wild charge. The opponent actually have Jellicent in the back, that's why they swap in with their Mew, even though it receives a lot of damage from the fast attack and charge moves. And having ghost typing on Jellicent, which means Sableye will deal a lot of damage using Shadow Claw. Good game to my opponent, very well played. And it will be a Wigglytuff lead, which is yet again another Fairy type, which is very favorable for us, utilizing Venusaur as a lead. So we'll go directly with Sludge Bomb to pressure a shield or KO the Wigglytuff. They shielded and decided to swap to their Obstagoon. Now Obstagoon is a very tricky Pokemon for this team because it's not that favorable for us. It is spammy, so it will pressure some shield from Venusaur, and Sableye's Shadow Claw deals almost no damage because of the normal typing. Lastly, Galarian Stunfisk will also struggle with Obstagoon because of the counter fast attack as well as the cross chop. So we will be mud-shotting down the Obstagoon here. And then in comes their Hypno. So we will be using their stored energy to hit them with an Earthquake before going down to Confusion. And now I'll be going back with my Sableye. I will not be shielding here as I can survive every move from Hypno, and I will just farm down. And now since we have a lot of stored energy, we will immediately use Return to take out Wigglytuff. So this is what's good about Sableye. Even in losing matchups from favorite Pokemons, you will still deal a lot of damage because of Return. And that would be the end of this set. I was able to get 5-0, which is very cool. A lot of fairy leads really helped us in this set. And now for the bonus battle. So the bonus battle will be featuring a Bastiodon lead. I don't know about you, but I hate this Pokemon. But I love to have it. I mean, it's very bulky, it's very hard hitting, and it can beat a lot of Pokemon in this meta. However, it's very hard to obtain, and it's very expensive to train, as it almost requires XL variant for this. So I'm still looking for a good IV. So they swap out with their Deoxys. Of course, we have Sableye at the back, which can handle Deoxys very well. So we will not be shielding this, we will survive any charge move. And it's a Psycho Boost. So looking at this, I think this is a single move Deoxys. And the opponent decides to tap out. So good game to my opponent. And that will actually be the end of the video. If you are still here, thank you so much. It has been a joyful struggle to make this video. So any likes or subscribe will be appreciated if you enjoy my content. Be sure to also check my favorite content creators, Zionic, Tactical, Shreddy, Rice, FP Sticks, and Purple Kyogre. They are extraordinary battlers, and be sure to check out their videos as well. I will link their channels in the description below. And that's it. Goodbye and see you in the next video.